we'll have an injury report, but it doesn't necessarily always say, has Chris Olave passed the concussion protocol yet?
No, there's still a step that has to take place here. So, and again, the injury report will be out in an hour or so.
Yeah,
Doug can
I
get
didn't
this
know
thing
if that
done.
always clarifies if they're still in it or if they've completed.
Yeah, look, there's a chance that he could clear, so we'll just have to see.
Can you talk about Aidan Hutchinson and just the impact he has with their defense?
Yeah, look, I think he's an outstanding football player. He's big, strong, he's tough, he's fast, plays extremely hard. I mean, I think he's, kind of the lifeblood of their defense, and the epitome of what their defense is just a tough, physical, gritty group. He plays the run exceptionally well. He's affected the passer. I just think he's an outstanding football player. I can't say enough good things about him.
What's going to be the challenge in defending Amon-Ra St. Brown without Marshawn Lattimore in there?
Yeah, look, I mean, he'd be a challenge no matter who's in there covering him. I think he's an outstanding player. He does a great job of, he's smart, he's tough, he's highly competitive. He does a really good job of getting in and out of his breaks. He presents a lot of challenges in terms of being able to cover him. And then, look, there's a lot of run after catch with that player. So, yeah, he's a really tough player to defend.
When you're preparing for somebody like that, is it almost an expectation that you expect one of your top corners to shadow him? But with Marshawn out, you're kind of expecting both Paulson and Ike to see him at different times?
Yeah, look, I think the hard thing with him is he lines in a lot of different places, So it's not like he's one of these guys that, he's going to go line up over at the X position, where he's going to be, on 75, 80% of the snaps. He lines up outside, he lines up in the slot, he lines up in the backfield, he's all over the place. So, there's a good chance there'll be a multitude of players that'll have to be on him at any point.
What is more challenging to take away, their passing game or their run game?
Both. I mean, they do a really good job at both. They run the ball exceptionally well. Their offensive line is a big physical group. They've got two, really good runners. One's a little bit more of a tough, physical, pound you type runner. The other one's runs hard, runs physical, but he's got a little bit more of the, slash type of running style to him. So both of them present challenges. Obviously in the passing game, again, it really starts, with protecting the quarterback and giving him clean pockets to throw into, and they do a really good job on their play action passing game. Again, it's another team that, they've got their shots down the field, and yet there's a lot of things where they're getting the ball underneath and getting a lot of run after catch. So, look, I think this is just a really good, talented offense that we're facing. They operate at a high level, and it'll be a challenge.
Dennis, I was kind of surprised at their low sack total because they do have a quarterback who will stay in the pocket. I thought maybe that would give teams opportunities to get to him, but what is it that they do well to avoid those sacks?
A couple things. I mean, again, they've got a pretty good system of play action passing game with some max protection stuff to give him some time and some clean pockets to throw into, and then when they get into their drop back passing game, he gets through his progressions pretty good and finds the open guy, and he doesn't really hold on to the ball a lot. So, I think they just look. They execute at a high level.
Vince, you thought you got what you wanted in the extra red zone day work yesterday?
Yeah. Look, I thought we had some good work. So now we've got to go out on Sunday and execute. And so that's really all it's about now.
After going through the week, is this a week maybe for Jimmy Graham, or how do you feel kind of about him going in?
I think there's a potential we could see him.
And this is random, but or maybe dumb even, but he has rest days on Wednesdays, even though he's been inactive. Can you just kind of walk us through why that is?
Yeah, I think when you've got an older veteran player like that, we kind of knew that coming in when we signed him. That's kind of been the routine that he's been through in the last several years. So, we've kind of been able to just kind of stick to that routine a little bit.
Cam obviously doesn't miss many games. I think, does he have a chance to play this weekend?
Yeah, he'll be questionable for the game, and look, with Cam Jordan, like, we're going to go all the way up until the very last minute to make that final determination. So I know Cam wants to play. I know he's been working extremely hard to get himself ready to play. And if he can play and be effective, then he'll be out there.
Just curious, I know don't practice, don't play is typically, I guess, how teams look at it. But how many veterans would you be comfortable playing if they don't practice all week?
Look, I don't know what the number is. I think there's certain guys that I think have enough experience in our league that they can go out and particularly a guy like Cam that's been in the system for a long time. So I think that's all based on the individual.
Dennis, Derek's been getting a lot of criticism locally, fans, you know how that goes, the quarterback position. I mean, but I've noticed messaging from the organization, you, Mickey, Pete yesterday, kind of deflecting some of that. I mean, do you feel it's warranted toward the quarterback, some of the criticism that's coming? Or
look, obviously when you're not winning like you want to win, there's certainly the head coach, the quarterback, the coordinators, that's where the brunt of the the criticism goes, and look, rightfully so, because that's really where the those are the key cogs in the operation. And so I think we all understand that kind of comes with the territory a little bit, and Derek's just going to put his head down and go to work, but it's a team game, and there's 3 phases that go along with it. There's 11 players out there on the field on every play, and everybody's got to be able to execute to have success.
Have you seen him this week respond in any way at all?
Yeah, look, I think he had a good week of practice, so I'm pleased with and comfortable with where Derek Carr is.
Can you tell us a little bit about A.T. Perry, Keith Kirkwood, Lynn Bowden? Those guys have elevated roles this week, just sort of where the confidence level is.
Yeah, look, I mean, all of those guys have played games. Obviously, A.T.'s a young player, but I think he's come in and done some good things when he's been in the game. And Keith Kirkwood's been a guy that's been around for a long time, in and out of our program, for several years. So as a guy that we feel confident that can go in and execute the job that we're going to ask him to do, and certainly feel the same way about Lynn Bowden. I mean, he's had an increased role in the last few weeks, and he's stepped up and done some good things. So, we'll have the guys out there that we feel like give us the best chance to win. So, and if they're called upon to go out there and play, we're going to expect them to go play at a level that gives us an opportunity to win.
And how might Lynn Bowden's versatility just play into his opportunity here this weekend?
Well, look, I think it's already played into his opportunity. So, he's a versatile player, can do several different things. We've played him outside, we've played him in the slot, we've used him to block, a lot of different things. So, we'll if he's called on, we'll put him in a position to hopefully, give him a chance to have success.
How much of a gut check is this game with the team you're facing, but also the injuries on some of the key positions?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's the nature of our league, though. So we got a good team coming in here. We get an opportunity in front of the home crowd. We're excited about the opportunity, and we're going to go out and give it our best effort, and feel confident in our football team.
Going back to Graham, is that just dependent on Olave's status, or would you like to? Could it be up because of the red zone?
Yeah, we'll see. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.